Capricorns, welcome to your weekly forecast for November 18th through the 24th. We're going to connect you and see what's going on for our darling Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to see what's happening in the week ahead with this deck here, and then we're going to see what's happening in the week for you for a spirit message with that deck there. As always, if you like the cards I'm using, if you're curious about them, I'll always have a link in the description of the video so you can check them out, or you can get them for yourself if you really like them. Let's see what's happening for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We've had some really intense moon energies lately, back to back. So the one we just had was intense. Let's see how it's affecting you guys. Wednesday, Thursday for Capricorn. Here's your Wednesday, Thursday for Capricorn. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Cappies. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, my darlings. So let's see what is happening. Your Monday, Tuesday, and I'm going to turn the lights up in just a second here so you can see better. You have 10 of Swords. Now, this is a card that a lot of people kind of cringe or they get scared when they see it. And if you watch my channel, you've heard me say this a billion times anytime this card has come up. In my experience, anytime I've pulled this card for a client or even for myself, it's been before something really positive happening, but that positive thing happened because the client or the person I'm reading for decided to end something, put an end to something, where they just said, you know what, this is toxic, or this is bringing me down too much, or like I don't like this pattern, and something is happening where you're walking away from a situation or a person or an addiction or a behavior or a cycle where you're just like, nope, no more. And it's really interesting because what I just heard as I was saying that is I heard I'm done with drama, like no more drama. So there could be something that's happening with you guys Monday, Tuesday, you know, 18th, 19th, where either a situation is bringing drama into your life, or a person is bringing their drama into their life, or you're trying to be peaceful about something and someone's just escalating it. And so you're just kind of putting an end to that. You're like, you know what, this is not working for me. And it just got super deep. It got super, whoa, okay, because even, wow, information's coming in very fast. Just as I was saying that, what came in Capricorn was this, that a lot of you, whatever this is that you're going to be ending, somebody's making drama to take away from a situation that you've been trying to resolve, and it's kind of like, you're trying to express your feelings, you're trying to express how you feel about something, or you're trying to find a peaceful resolution, and this person is spinning it around about how, like, you know, woe is them, or like, you know, you're being really inconsiderate, or all these things, or something, like, just in some way, they're taking the situation and they're turning it into completely something else. And you're like, oh my God, like, how did we even get here? Like, how do we even get on this from what I was saying or from what I was trying to do? Like, how did it even get here? So I feel like when you handle this situation, a couple of things are happening. Number one, Capricorn, I see this complete and total sense of peace coming over you. Like, you're not taking it personal, and all of a sudden you're seeing this person, like, you're seeing their damage, you're seeing their hurt, you're seeing where they're stuck. And you might even for a little teensy beensy weensy little brief second even feel like a little bit moved with compassion for them. But you're also very done. You're not angry. You're not like upset. You're not like, you know, you're not taking it personal, but you're just like, you know what? I'm done with not being able to be heard. I'm done with people making me feel like I don't have a right to my feelings. And this is the cycle I feel like it's being broken, because when you put an end to this, when you walk away from the situation and you decide that you're not going to engage, and you just decide that you're done with that person in that situation, that you're not going back to it, You're breaking a cycle or an agreement. You're breaking an agreement. And the agreement was this. And Capricorn, for a lot of you, it's not even only from this life. It's from lifetimes before. But you're breaking this agreement that, like, you know, your feelings kind of don't matter. Or like, you might find that you say something and the person next to you is like, oh my God, yeah, me too, totally. And they'll start talking about themselves. You might say, oh yeah, I have a really bad headache. Oh my God, yeah, me too. I've had the worst headache. I've had it for like 7 days. And like, you're like, okay, like anytime you say something, it's like, it becomes about somebody else. Or you might say something like, hey, you know what, the other day we were talking, you said this, it hurt my feelings. Oh my God, how could you say that? Oh, I'm so offended. I'm so hurt. You know, you misunderstood me. I can't believe that you would even think about that about me. It's like it all of a sudden becomes about like just the other people, right? And so when you just don't get pulled into the drama or this person like flipping things around on you, when you don't get pulled into it and you just say, you know what, I'm done. You're making this statement that I'm done with this cycle. I'm done with this contract. I'm not going to have these kinds of relationships anymore. I'm not going to have these kinds of situations anymore. And I just feel like you're walking away from it just really at peace and very calm. Very, very calm. Which is interesting because I think a lot of Capricorns have been releasing rage for a while now. You guys had a lot of Saturn energy going on, and I think so. I'm not an astrology expert at all, but I know when I had like a really heavy like, kind of Saturn cycle, I know that I had to deal with a lot of anger and things that I had to release, and other people I've known similar. So I don't know. I don't know if Saturn would do that, but maybe for some of you, you know, it could be in connection with that because I've seen it connected and on a personal level with people that I've known. But I really do feel like you guys are just like, wow, like I'm so glad I didn't lose my cool, and I'm just completely and totally over it. It's almost like you had this trigger and the trigger is being removed. Like you can't be triggered that way anymore. It's not going to get to you anymore, and you're not even going to tolerate it. You're not even going to be seeing it in your life. So that's a good thing. You're ending something negative. So here we have, sure enough, midweek, this kind of really aligns with what I was feeling with that first card. You have 8 of Cups. And 8 of Cups is like a feeling of like wanting something more or moving on. And you guys maybe have heard me say this, those of you who watch my videos. When I see 8 of Cups, it tells me that some wish is coming true. You wished for something and you worked really hard for it. You worked your butt off for it. And it's like it's being handed to you. And now that it's here, now that you have it, you're like, I'm glad I have it. But I don't necessarily feel any different than I thought I would. Like it's not doing it for me like I thought it would. And so you start looking at what is this next thing? What can make me happy? And the secret to 8 of Cups is that what's going to make you happy is the spiritual connection. So midweek, there's going to be a pull for you to start connecting with your higher self, to find out or figure out who or what your higher power is, what your beliefs are, and to begin connecting with it. Capricorn, for some of you, this could be an apology that you're receiving that you've been waiting on a long time. It could be someone wanting to reconcile with you. It could be a promotion or a job offer or something. And it's like, it's here and you're glad that you have it. But it's like, but like now I don't need it anymore. Or now I realize it's not fulfilling me. You might stay there. You might stay in that job. You might take that promotion. But you're realizing that this isn't what's going to fulfill me. And you're realizing that the reason why you feel so unfulfilled and so unhappy is because there needs to be more of the connection with the higher self, right? And I think a lot of you Capricorns, you've just been in survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, it can be hard to keep that connection going. We're people, we're humans, right? You're in survival mode. It's not always easy to like, you know, center and ground yourself and, you know, get into your spiritual connection and do your prayers and meditation, although that's when we need it most. So now that some of you are having these, blessings come in, or things might be going a little bit more smoothly, you need to begin getting that connection so that you can feel happy and fulfilled, so that you don't feel like, oh my goodness, like nothing ever makes me happy. It's not that you can't be pleased. It's not that nothing really never makes you happy. It's that you were looking for those things to give you a sense of like, you know, accomplishment or value or a sense of identity, and those things don't give anybody identity. So Capricorn, you're going to figure out your identity, your spiritual connection. Midweek is when a lot of you are going to start, you know, focusing on that and connecting on that, and then to really begin to find happiness. So it's not constantly trying to figure out the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So our next card here is Five of Wands. Very, very interesting energy here, my dear. So, Five of Wands can be competition. So some of you are receiving something that you really like, that you wanted, and it might be creating, you know, people coming after you or being jealous. And when I say coming after you, I mean in the sense that, like, you know, they want it. Like, you know, they want to knock you out of the way so they can have that promotion, or they could have that job, or they can be dating that person, or whatever in the heck it is. There could be people competing with you because they see that you're in the running. Okay, they see that you're moving up, they see that you're going places, and so there may be tension or friction with some of you. I really do feel, though, Capricorn, that a lot of you with this Five of Wands energy is you're having to struggle. Oh, I don't want to say you're having to struggle. I want to take that back. I don't want to put that out there. You might find that there's been some internal conflict within yourself where you keep trying to force yourself to do something that makes you very unhappy. And you have been avoiding or procrastinating taking the steps to make the change. So you may have like an internal conflict where this is a really important turning point for you. I feel like, Capricorn, a lot of you might even have very interesting or vivid dreams, you know, midweek to the end of the week, where you're receiving messages about what you're being asked to do or the changes you're being asked to make. Some of you have a very, very significant assignment. You came here to this planet with an assignment, and you've been hiding. You've been avoiding it, and you don't even realize that you were hiding or you were avoiding it. Okay? It's gonna come up for you in your meditations or your dreams or certain visuals. And so you are going to end of the week be kind of like trying to find the courage to start doing what you came here to do. Because even though you have help and support from your guides and your angels, and even though once you get started, soul family and things like this will come in, I think initially it's just very hard for you to get over like how people perceive you. That, oh, nobody's going to believe me that I want to do this. Or people are going to say, oh, that's not you, Capricorn. I can't see you doing that. Like, you keep hearing the peanut gallery in your head. And that's what you're struggling with. And it's going to be time to break out of that. Breaking out of the peanut gallery. Capricorn, some of you are having a really massive spiritual connection, like a psychic connection that's happening, and you're kind of just conflicted over that. Third eye opening, clairaudience opening, really picking up on messages, things like this. I think a lot of you, this is how you're being guided to what you came here to do, or how you came about to bring about change. You know, and even though you're receiving these psychic gifts and abilities, it doesn't mean that every single one of you has to do like what I'm doing. That you don't have to have a tarot channel. You don't have to make psychic work a job. You don't have to go and become an energy healer unless you feel very guided to do that. But understand and know that these intuitive gifts that you have are going to be guiding you in your path, whatever that might be, however you came here to help and be of service to humanity. Okay, my darlings, let's go ahead and check out your spirit message for the week. So we have here, And don't forget to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those can resonate with you more than others. They might bring a little extra information that can be helpful. So let's go ahead and see what you have. You have awakening. See, I told you. I told you guys. You're waking up. You're coming into a higher connection. You're coming into a higher consciousness. You're having a stronger spiritual connection. Well, I'm trying to make the light brighter. Oh, there we are. You're coming into a stronger spiritual connection. You're seeing things you can't unsee. Just about yourself, about the planet, about the way things work. You're seeing through other people. Even people who've been terrible to you. Who've maybe even been bullying towards you. You're looking at them and you're seeing how weak they are. Like you're seeing how fearful they are. And that's completely and totally making you feel less intimidated. You're like, wow, this person's actually terrified of me. I must be pretty amazing. I must be pretty capable. I must be pretty powerful, right? And that right there is helping diffuse the situation. Because you're no longer coming into it being afraid, and you're not even coming into it with the energy of like wanting to fight them or stand up to them, because you're like, they don't even matter. Like, they're not worth my time. It's not worth my time to argue with them. I don't have to prove anything to them. They're just like some little tiny insignificant mosquito that's like just flying around your ankle. You're like, whatever, get out of here, right? You're not going to go out of your way to have some kind of, big, have it out with them in any way. It's not worth your time. I also feel with this card intuitively, because of the way that it looks to me, I feel like a lot of you are going to start seeing a lot of orbs or flashes of light, colored light, jeweled colored lights. These are archangels that you might be seeing glimpses of. And I also feel some of you, something is happening very, very specific, but I feel something is happening for some of you within 6 months' time where you are being celebrated. Because Spirit is giving me a vision of like a parade with like, like the, I don't know what it's called, the little paper that flies down, not a confetti or ticker tape or something. Like I'm just seeing like, like people cheering, and I'm seeing like, the little colorful things coming down. So maybe some of you are going to literally be in a parade or a pageant. I don't know. But something is happening where you're being celebrated. And I think that it's because you're beginning to do things that are bringing about positive change, which you came here to do. All right, my darlings, if you would like a private reading, go ahead and click on the Calendly link in the description of this video. You can schedule with me there. And if you would like to watch the channeled readings, I started channeling because Spirit guided me to do that for the November love readings. They're all channeled, and then I did a channeled full moon one. And the response has been so amazing. I'm going to channel every month for you guys on the channel. I'll channel on the channel. You'll still have the weekly tarot. That's not going anywhere. But I'll also be including monthly channeled messages too. Feel free to check those out. I thank you all very much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week, my dears.